Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, the 5th day of February. Today is National Shower with a Friend Day.
Ooh.
What are you doing later, huh? She's my wife, too, so that, that would help. It's National Weather Person's Day today.
Okay.
I think we should call and talk to the weather person and say Happy Weather Person's Day. World Nutella Day. So it's not just national. It's all over the world, Heidi. Mm-hmm. So I think I need to get some Nutella today. Do you like Nutella?
I don't think you do need to get Nutella.
I love Nutella. I could eat a whole jar of that stuff.
On a diet.
I know. It's good stuff, though. Bubblegum Day today and National Wear Red Day. So all of those things happening on this Friday. And I've got a guest coming up. I'm excited to chat with him. Tommy Habeeb is the host of a show called Cheaters. A lot of people know him from that. Then he had another show called Stag. Well, now he's got a new show that came out the tail end of last year. It's called To the Rescue. And this is really cool. They're helping to rescue dogs and give them like a puppy makeover, a new home. And it's really a neat idea. I'm excited to chat with him coming up in just a bit right here on the John and Heidi Show for a Friday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study found 86% of adults and 91% of youngsters admitted to being very scared of something. Some are scared of war, some of terrorists, some of just loss of Social Security or whatever it is. Actual monsters, 43% of adults, 55% of youth polled thought monsters were in or around their house. 43% of adults thought that.
What?
55% of kids. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's disturbing.
It is a little weird. And a survey shows employees that get free snacks on the job are happier overall. One thing the survey found most companies get right is the coffee. Only 18%, however, go a little further and provide free daily snacks. But they're saying companies that have free coffee and free snacks can pay you less money and you'll still be happier. So I'm going to go post a note in the break room. Free snacks? ? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Portland police arrested 2 people that they said attacked a man because his car had Vermont license plates. Huh? The suspect yelled at the victim, told him that he shouldn't be in Portland, Maine. Then they assaulted him. This happened Friday afternoon. Police say they damaged his car, tried to pull him out of the vehicle. So apparently they were not fans of people from Vermont, which I don't know why. The victim, whose name is not made public, was not seriously hurt. Police responded to calls when witnesses saw this happening. By the time they got there, both were arrested. Or by the time they arrived, it had gone quite a while. Both were arrested shortly thereafter. 41-year-old Nathaniel Glavin and 22-year-old Vanessa Larzo were the 2 that were beating this person up just for being from Vermont. They were charged with assault and also drug charges because, believe it or not, they were whacked out of their mind. Explains
Shocker.
everything. Yeah, that is what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. One of Heidi's favorite actresses, Katherine Heigl, is in the news. Actually, every time there's a movie with her in it, Heidi goes, I'm not a fan of her. You say that every single time. I always thought she seemed like a nice lady, but you're like, I'm not a fan of her. Anyway, she and her husband, Josh Kelly, have put their Rocky Mountain Ranch in Utah up on the market. $4 million is what it would cost to climb into that place. Eva Mendes was seen wearing a ring while she was on a hike with Ryan Gosling in California, which has now sparked rumors that the couple has maybe gotten engaged. And if this somehow changes your life, you really need to seek
You
help.
need some help.
I don't quite understand that. Could you even imagine being one of the paparazzi people that like hide in bushes and stuff, waiting for just the right photo?
I mean, hey, it pays the bills.
Apparently it does, because there's a lot of them that do it. But I just don't think that sounds like something I would like to do.
I think it would be a miserable existence because they hate you. I mean, they're
a lot of
trying
the
to just
time.
have some privacy in your.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't like
for a
that.
walk in the woods. We're
Yeah.
trying to be alone. Can you please quit jumping out and snapping our photo? I don't know. Who knows? Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. And I don't think I've ever uttered these words in my entire life, but I kind of feel bad for Bill Gates.
What?
I know. In a new interview, Bill Gates says that he's surprised that people think he wants to use the coronavirus vaccine to put microchips in people. So it's like, I don't know why people think that. Now, here's the thing you have to think through. Right now, I'm holding in my hand. You can't see it on the radio, but Heidi can see it. I'm holding a phone in my hand. If they want to track us, which they can't, right there. They're already doing it. I mean, it's right there. So I don't know why they would need to put a microchip in somebody. Now, there's probably somebody out there going, oh, they're doing that and this and that. Okay, maybe they are, maybe they're not. But in the interview, he actually looked like he was about to cry.
I'm sure he is.
He's like, all I'm trying to do is save, help humanity, and people think I'm bad. Like I said, didn't think I would ever say I felt sorry for Bill Gates, but
There's absolutely no motivation that could benefit him in any possible way. He just wants to help humanity.
that's what he's saying. And I, for one, am a big old sucker, and I'm going to believe it. So there you go. Hey, you know what? Here's somebody that I think is really, really cool. Chick-fil-A. There's a manager in South Carolina that saved the day when he stepped up and helped them organize their coronavirus vaccine drive-through because they were having major problems.
Oh.
And somebody said, you know who could fix this? Chick-fil-A, because they have a good system. And they said, hey, can you help us? And he did. And it really worked. So how cool is that? They're like, yeah, all you got to do is this and this and this, and it's going to speed up the process. So there you go.
This is like a whole bizarro universe
It
that
does
we're
seem-
living in.
It seems very, very
You just
odd.
pull up, somebody you don't know will inject you with something that you have no clue what it is, and then just drive away.
Hey, thank
don't
you.
ask any questions. Just
I don't know.
do it.
It does kind of sound
Do
like
it quick. Do it quick. Come on,
Next.
Chick-fil-A. Get them through.
Move them through. It does seem kind of weird when you say it that way. And there's a football game this weekend. You know about that?
I did.
Have you heard this?
I've heard.
This Sunday, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will clash with the Kansas City Chiefs in a football game called Super Bowl 55. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's talking about that, but they actually say this is often one of the biggest television events of the year, and they're thinking that this year is actually going to be even maybe bigger than normal because people are seeking normalcy. I don't know if that's really going to
Their
be the
ad
case.
revenue certainly isn't showing that.
Well, $5 million for a 30-second ad. They've already debuted some of the ads on social media, so you'll be able to see some of them. But there are some brands that have chosen not to do it this year, and I've got more info in the show notes if you want to read it. I'm seeing that I'm all out of time. So I've got like 3 minutes worth of story and no time to do it. So if you want to read the details, if you want to know who's in, who's not, all that stuff, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Tommy Habeeb is our guest today. He was the host of a show called Cheaters, another show called Stag. He's got a new show that's really cool. It's called To the Rescue. Tell me a little bit about this show, Tommy.
These dogs that are unadoptable, in real trouble, in peril for their life, we go out and we rescue them. And then we do this, we get them veterinary care that they need. We train them. We do an extreme puppy makeover. And then we find them their forever home.
I think this is a great idea, and it's a great alternative to what could happen to these dogs.
Well, it is a sad fact all over the country that, thousands of dogs are being euthanized, and they don't need to, because we have people out there that want a dog. And so, we just can't get them all moved around fast enough, right? Because the overpopulation is bad, and we're trying to correct that. But I think, what my ultimate goal is to shed light on this problem, shed light on these amazing people that rescue these dogs from these bad situations. And then with our foundation, our biggest goal is to try to place these dogs by the thousands, and we're trying to do it with first responders and police officers. And if you are in that group, we will pay for all that dog's veterinary care, food. We just want to get that dog out of a bad situation. Let's match him with a police officer, firefighter, vet, and we'll pay for everything. And we believe with this process that we're in this path we're going down, that we literally could wipe out kill shelters in this country. And that's our ultimate goal. It's a huge, lofty goal. But my wonderful friend, Kathy Bessel at Bessel Pet Foundation, they have the vacuum cleaners, obviously.
Yeah.
She's wiped out kill shelters in Michigan. This one woman has done amazing. She's not only, put her money where her mouth is, she puts her boots on and gets out there and gets her hands dirty. And so if she can do it, I know if everybody will pitch in, we can all do it and save these dogs. They don't need to be euthanized.
What an amazing legacy that will be for her, but also for you. And we got to talk about some of your other programs, too. We'll swing back to the rescue in a minute. But Cheaters and Stag, I remember the first time I ever saw you on Cheaters, I was afraid for your life. That was kind of a dangerous show, wasn't it?
Well, it got a little crazy, but, I knew what I was getting into, and I made sure. I have some really great friends that are police officers and special forces guys that really taught me how to disarm someone with a knife or a gun, or how to look at a bad situation and give a positive outcome, right? So yes, I've had to do some crazy things and take some knives off people, and you have to understand the situation you're getting in. But I wouldn't suggest it for anybody.
No, it seemed very dangerous to me. So I love the fact that you put yourself in a much better spot with To the Rescue. And folks can find this. This is out right now. It just recently started. And is there a website I can go to find it on my local TV channel?
Yes, please. So if you go to totherescuetv.com, you can look up in your city and find out what station it's airing on. We're all over the country. You can follow us, please, at To the Rescue TV on Instagram, Facebook. You get all these behind the scenes. You'll learn a whole lot and get a lot of fun information. See a lot of cute little puppy dogs and how they're transformed. I think of it as Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Take these unadoptable, beat-up dogs like Rocky. Rocky was this guy, downtrodden, older guy, beat up, and then like Rocky fought his way back. These dogs fight their way back, and then at the end of this show, you're cheering and you're crying because you're so happy for Rocky and you're so happy for these dogs.
Well, we're cheering for you, and I think it's just a great thing. Tommy, thank you for doing what you're doing, sir.
Oh, thank you for helping me spread the word. I appreciate it. I hope your listeners will just give us a chance. 5 minutes and you're hooked.
There you go. Again, our guest today has been Tommy Habeeb, and he was the host of Cheaters, and he was the host of Stag. Now he's got a new show, To the Rescue. You can find it at totherescuetv.com. I've got a link to it also in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
This is actually kind of a gross fact. I don't know if it's a fun fact. A cockroach can live for a week or more without its head, and then it finally starves to death.
Ew.
Ew. Yeah, that's not a fun
Ew.
fact.
That's disturbing.
Well, disturbing and disgusting. But I guess it is today's disgusting fun fact.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline Brazil. A husband and wife in Brazil are seeking marriage counseling because she spends too much time on TikTok. According to the husband, the wife is so obsessed with creating and watching TikToks that she leaves her job and she's like taking leave from the job, taking a vacation. I need time off because she's busy on TikTok. And she's asked her mother-in-law, can you watch the kids for a few weeks until my TikTok career takes off?
Okay.
I wish you the best.
Good luck.
That just seems bizarre. Good luck to you. It is today's news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. An Idaho woman went on a bizarre rant at a city council meeting. She was wearing a burqa, and she said she wore that so she could avoid wearing a face mask. Katie Duggar is the name that, at least that's the name she identified herself there as. Voiced frustration about wearing a mask. She didn't like the mask mandate. It had been a burden in her life. So she went to this city council meeting wearing a colorful burqa, had a headscarf over her head, complained she took a semester off from school because she didn't want to wear a mask. She said, I took off last semester at Lewis and Clark State College because of all this nonsense. She says, I cannot wear a mask. It doesn't matter why, but it's very traumatizing for me, is what she said.
Okay.
And she went on to say it's about something that happened to her when she was a kid. Then she said, I chose to wear this outfit instead of wearing a mask, and she was wearing this burqa, this big... So she was wearing far more stuff to get out of wearing far less stuff. Anyway, it's just bizarre. And I feel bad because online, a lot of people are being very rude to the lady. And, she was just trying to voice her opinion. So then there's others that are going, well, I'm going to voice my opinion about you. But it's very bizarre. I've got a link to the story if you want to read the details. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. A 33-year-old man is facing reckless driving charges after a video posted on social media showed him driving over 200 miles an hour. Indiana State Police began their investigation into Gabriel Sleeman after a video that was uploaded to YouTube back in November showed a black Lamborghini stopped in the left lane, showed the Lamborghini rapidly accelerate, and it got up to 213 miles an hour and then slowed down.
Goodness, I couldn't even imagine it. I get nervous when you're going 80.
They were able to estimate the Lamborghini passed another vehicle at a speed of 198 miles an hour. The driver of the vehicle, after reviewing other social media posts, talks about street racing and purchasing this Lamborghini. State court records show that he has been issued and paid for 15 traffic citations related to speeding in the state. They go back to 2006. Gotta tell you, growing up, I used to drive fast, and I thank goodness never got hurt, never had accidents, anything like that, but I finally did the math. It doesn't make sense to do that. And I never went 213. I never had a car that would go that fast.
If you would have ever tried to go that fast, one of our cars, it would have exploded on you.
It's just not worth it. Be safe out there. Be good to each other. Don't do that. It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Heidi, tell me. I'm going to read this. Real business name. Is it a golf course somewhere or is it a rehab center? Ready?
I'm ready.
Cypress Lakes. I'll even tell you this. It's in Florida. Cypress Lakes in Florida.
Cypress Lakes.
Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm going to say golf course.
And you are correct.
Yeah.
Golf clap for Heidi, everybody.
Because it was lakes plural.
That's good reasoning. It doesn't mean anything to me.
It means something to me because I don't think that.
You think if it was
I
rehab,
think a
it would have just
rehab
been
center
Cypress
would have
Lake?
been on a lake, but I don't think they would have several lakes. Where a golf course would have several water traps, and they might call those lakes.
Yeah.
That was my reasoning, and I was right.
You were right. Thank goodness. After all that explanation. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And I actually had this sent to me from Bobby at Wholesale Sock Deals. And they sent this. I think this is really kind of a cool story. They worked long hours to help make sure their holiday sock drive was a huge success in their community. And they came up with a bunch of pairs of socks. How many do you suppose, Heidi, if you were going to guess?
I have no idea.
22,000 pairs.
Whoa.
Yeah, 22,000 pairs of socks with a purpose. So it's a wholesale sock distributor, and they ship socks and do all that kind of stuff. Anyway, they worked with this group that was doing a holiday sock drive, and customers from all over the United States flocked to find a way to help. And I think it's just really kind of a cool thing that they did this. It says they were running 6 days a week. Everybody was putting in extra time to make sure all of the orders got to where they needed to get to. And this group, this Wholesale Sock Deals, they work with businesses and like Fortune 500 companies and nonprofits and all kinds of people. And they, when they pulled all of this stuff together, they were able to help ship 22,000 pairs of socks for customers who donated for this holiday sock drive, which I think is just really cool. And they've got a photo here. I've got a link to it in the show notes if you want to see it, but they got a photo here of them standing in front of a bunch of socks, but they put in a lot of extra time to make that happen. And
That's really super cool.
He found us online and said, hey, here's some good news for you.
That's cool. I like that.
I love that. So if you come across some good news somewhere out there in the wild and you think, boy, you know who could talk about this? John and Heidi. I would appreciate it if you'd share yours as well. You can do it right through our website, johnandheidishow.com, or you can send it through our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.